It is an MPV market in this part of the world when it comes to choosing the right spacious and practical people mover. But the thing is though, it is no longer just a minivan. It is also a status symbol. Just like this one right here from Zeekr, the 009. And this is probably the most luxurious MPV you can find for less than 360,000 ringgit. If you're interested to get one of these, you can actually buy it through us, and you might just get the best deal in town. More of that later at the end of the review, but first, the review.
For the longest time, the go-to MPV has always been the Alphards or Vellfires, the kings of MPVs, not only in Malaysia but also China, Hong Kong, Singapore and obviously Japan as well. But with the rise of Chinese car makers, customers are spoiled for choices. The Chinese are here to play with fully electric luxury MPVs. We have the Denza D9, Xpeng X9, Zeekr 009 and many more to come. Thanks to the Alphards and Vellfires, multi-purpose vehicle or MPV is more than just a van. MPVs are now often described as business class on wheels due to its level of comfort and luxury, making it a status symbol to whoever sitting in the boss seat.
So it is important for Zeekr to design something with what we Chinese call 大气, something Chinese car buyers are looking for, which means grand, imposing. So it has become a design approach for Zeekr designers led by Stefan Silaf, who used to design Audis, Mercedes-Benz and Bentleys. So as a result, you get this luxurious MPV that arrives at destinations with such 大气, poise and elegance.
The 009 comes in three variants, starting from 300,000 ringgit to 360,000 ringgit. There's the 7-seater executive front-wheel drive, the 7-seater luxury all-wheel drive, and the 6-seater ultra-luxury all-wheel drive, which is this unit we have right here. So that makes it more expensive than the D9 by 50,000 ringgit, but cheaper than a brand new Toyota Vellfire by more than 100,000 ringgit. Well, because it is tax-free for now.
As an MPV, the 009 looks right. It doesn't look like a towering condo on wheels that's about to fall over, thanks to its dimensions.
It is shorter in terms of height by about 100 mm, standing at slightly over 1.8 meters tall. Longer in terms of length by 200 mm as compared to the Alphard, but shorter by 40 mm than the D9. Thanks to its width, which is over 2 meters wide, it looks more proportionate.
Zeekr did not fall for the big box, big grille look. Instead, they came out with something out of the ordinary, which some of you guys out there might still need some time to digest. It looks futuristic with a cute pair of eyes for DRLs, and they look like they're smiling at you from the rearview mirror, asking you to get the out of the way, like a friendly Decepticon. The wheels, not your typical 19-inch diamond-cut multi-spoke rims. If you look closely, the multi-spoke design has got multi-spoke designs all around it. It looks so cool, like it belongs. And I don't think any other rim design could work on this car. From the sides, strong horizontal lines with the right amount of chrome touches, and if you look down there, the ground clearance is even lower than most sedans out there because it runs on air suspension. More on that later on.
Even though it has a large boxy physique, it is longer than a Range Rover by the way, the 009 has an impressive low drag coefficient of 0.27, just like a Toyota Prius.
As for the rear, I thought they can go a bit more daring to match the front look, but instead they have played it safe. I guess it's alright, but at least they have this nice Zeekr wording all cased up inside. We start the interior segment in the boss seat, of course, because once you're in here, you will immediately realize, okay, so that's where all my money went. All these other competitors in the same segment has got nothing on this because there's such grandeur in here. Everything you see, everything you touch looks and feels very expensive. You get the right amount of leather, black gloss, bling chrome, not too tacky, and you even get suede-like microfiber material on the roof lining.
Zeekr's 大气 approach continues here in the cabin because it is important that your passengers are equally impressed when they get inside. It helps when the 009 has the longest wheelbase in its segment with over 3.2 meters long, 200mm longer than the Alphard, and that's a lot of extra space.
This 6-seater ultra-luxury variant comes with this extra-large Sofaro first-class seats that's wrapped in very comfortable Napa leather. The standard luxury and executive variants come with narrower seats and with an aisle in between for you to walk into the third row. These seats are ultra comfortable and it comes with all the functions you can imagine. For example, it is ventilated, it massages you, there's a one-touch button that transforms the entire seat into a full-on first-class seat. Also, not forgetting, it comes with an airplane-style table with all this solid structure. Feels very sturdy as well, even better than the one in a real airplane. And also on the side, you get shiny buttons and knobs all hidden away like that. Very classy. Now imagine this, you're going to work and you've forgotten your Rolex. Fret not, because you get a clock on the door. And this is also a touchscreen smart bar display, and when you swipe it, you get a whole lot of function. For example, seat memory, aircon controls, and also massage function. I like that. Up here, you get a 17-inch 3K OLED display that comes with the solid remote control. You can install apps, watch movies, or even have your Zoom meetings because this car comes with a camera. How cool is that? Down here, you get a fridge. You can use it to chill your drinks, keep your ice cream, or even chill your durians because it ranges from -6 to 15 degrees. And at the same time, you can also use it to warm up your food or your drinks, ranging from 35 to 50 degrees. You can warm up your ginseng tea, your chicken essence, or if you have a baby, warm up milk as well. So, before we get into the cockpit right at the front, we're going to check out the third row seat. Since this car doesn't come with an aisle in between these two seats, how do you get to the back? Very simple. With a touch of a button, the seat bows forward gracefully. Again. The seat bows forward gracefully, just like that, creating a very comfortable gap for you to get in. And once you're in, it's actually very comfortable back here. The seat feels like a full-on seat, unlike a 5+2 or 6+2 kind of seat. And you get quite a few things back here. For example, this sunroof opens all the way to the back, and you get to control your air vents over here. You get a cup holder, there's a USB-C charger up here, and if you don't want to look at this poop over here, you can actually pull down the sunscreen to cover it up. And if you want to get a bit more comfortable, you can actually do this. All the way to the back. Very, very nice. Speaking of which, the legroom is actually very sufficient. This seat is already parked all the way to the back here, and yet it's enough for me. I'm 175 cm tall. It's good enough for me. If you're actually hired as a driver to pilot a Zeekr 009, well then congratulations, because it is as impressive up at the front here. It is spacious thanks to the huge windscreen with that long dashboard, and also you feel safe driving it at the same time because of this triangular AA pillar. In fact, it might just be the safest MPV you can get due to how it's constructed. More on that later on. But first, the steering wheel. If I were to only show you the wheel, you will never have guessed it belongs to an MPV. Because of its top and flat bottom, it feels very sporty, just the right size, very nice to hold. Right behind it, there is a 10.25-inch meter cluster with all the information you need, paired with a 35.95-inch head-up display. I've got no idea how they come up with that dimension, but it's kind of huge and it displays quite a bit of things, including those 3D mapping stuff. Very impressive. And it's coloured. Sitting right in the middle here is a huge 15.05-inch OLED display. These Chinese people are very accurate with their numbers. 15.05, 39.95, 10.25. Yeah, anyway, this thing is powered by some really powerful chipsets, some Snapcom Qualdragon 8295 processors. Not only one, but two of them. And they power all the displays here in the car. As a result, you get a silky smooth display. By the way, this is a 3D rendering of your car, real time, and if you were to open the door, it opens the door like instantly. It's like magic. Also connected to this home unit is an impressive 30-speaker Yamaha sound system. Anyway, moving along, down here there is a wireless charging area lined with Alcantara, two cup holders, very simple gear selector. Down here, a small compartment for your handbags and a small storage area under the armrest with two USB-C charger and also a cigarette lighter socket. As a driver, you also get your little sunroof for whenever you want some sunlight, and the seats, I tell you, it's very comfortable, it's ventilated, and you might fall asleep driving. Please don't. Stay awake. As for the boot, it does look like you have enough space for a few luggages when you do some airport runs with your family members, and that's with the third row seat up. Down here, there's nothing much you can do. It's only for your tools and stuff like that. And I think the tech department went for lunch when they started designing this area, because the only thing you get here is a 12-volt socket. Everything else is manual labor. If you need more space, you actually have to pull this lever and push the seat down, pull this lever, push it down, and there you go. Immediately you realize it's not flat. Well, at least you get more space back here, and all you need to do is just stack them up and you're good to go. Now, to the things I don't like about this car. There's no button on the sliding door handle for you to open it elegantly. There's only one way to do it, which is, yeah, like an ape. This 009 is a very luxurious and a very high-tech car, but when it comes to window blinds design, they came up with this little hook right here. You have to do manual labor, hook it on, and when you want to remove it, how? Yeah, it annoys me. Just like most EVs out there, this doesn't come with a knob for you to adjust your air vents. You have to do it on the screen, like that. Which leads me to the things I like about this car. With this, there are a few presets that you can choose, like avoid blowing up to your face, focus on your face, sweep around your body and your face, or to adjust it freely, which is pretty cool. You can actually leave your pet in the car because there is a pet mode that ensures the car is always ventilated with the AC on at a very comfortable 24 degrees Celsius. The best thing about an MPV is the sliding door that allows a huge aperture for you to get in and out of it. What I like about this is how low the floor is, thanks to the air suspension that allows an easy access for you to get in and out of the car comfortably. Let's check out how low that is. While the sliding door makes you look like an ape, this makes you feel like a royalty. The 009 comes with a massive 116 kWh battery, which is the same across all three variants. The Luxury and this Ultra Luxury has got a dual motor setup that powers all four wheels, so the WLTP range is at 582 km, which is more than enough. While the front wheel drive single motor executive variant can go up to 604 km, but that makes lesser power, 335 horsepower and 373 Nm of torque. 0 to 100, 7.9 seconds. While the luxury variants, a strong 603 horsepower and 693 Nm of torque, is the most powerful MPV in the world. It can get you and your passengers from 0 to 100 in just, take a guess, 4.5 seconds. That's even quicker than the Volkswagen Golf R.
This rocket minivan runs on 400-volt architecture, allowing a maximum of 11 kW AC charging, which requires 13.5 hours, while DC charging at a maximum of 150 kW only requires 30 minutes to charge it up from 10 to 80%.
There was a point in time when I was actually considering a 7-seater vehicle. I like the idea of having sliding doors so that my kids and my parents can get in and out of the car comfortably. But at the end of the day, the deciding factor became safety. That's how I ended up with a Volvo SUV, the XC90, over any other MPV at that point in time. But now, with this Zeekr 009, which was designed in Gothenburg, Sweden, it is essentially the China-only Volvo EM90. Oh wait, or is it the other way around? But anyway, it is probably the safest MPV you can find today.
Zeekr, which is part of Geely Group, do share platforms within the family, which includes Volvo and also Lotus. The 009 is built on Geely's SEA platform, which stands for Sustainable Experience Architecture, designed with a high-strength steel and aluminium body structure that maximizes crash protection. A key innovation of this MPV is the single-piece die-cast aluminium rear end, which is manufactured using a massive 7,200-ton press. This design reduces deformation as it eliminates hundreds of welding points, so this provides superior protection for the rear passengers. Its 10-grit battery protection, with the batteries encased in a 10-grit aluminium side impact structure, is able to absorb and distribute the force on-site impact, protecting the high-voltage battery from damage and preventing potential fire hazards. On the active safety front, the 009 is equipped with a vast array of sensors, including cameras and radar, enabling a 720-degree protection system that proactively works to prevent accidents.
It is really impressive when it comes to safety, and of course it is also equipped with all the ADAS system as good as a Volvo. Abang adik lah, right? Because they all come from Geely Group. But what's even more impressive is how it carries itself. It's actually the first Chinese EV, in my opinion, that doesn't feel like it comes from China. It feels European. Right, hear me out. It's a bit hard to explain, but I'll try. Okay, first of all, it is a massive car. It is longer than a Range Rover and a lot wider than an Alphard, so there's a lot to manage. But thanks to the light and precise steering wheel, it makes it easier. If you have seen my review on the Volvo EX90, I've explained what separates a premium brand from a mass market brand, which is how the car is calibrated. From the first input to get the car going, it feels like it goes as a unit. No, I'm not trying to say other cars leaves their axles and wheels and doors behind, but this is the composure to a point where it feels regal. That linear power delivery, which in this case for an MPV, is on point. Even when you punch it, this car has enough firepower to catapult you forward, but it does it regally. Then comes the suspension, dual chamber air suspension. Gliding might be a bit of an overkill to describe it, but buttery. You still get a bit of a sway because it rides on air, right? But it's so buttery smooth. And Zeekr calls this the intelligent magic carpet ride. So you get the idea, right?
The Volvo EX90 uses the same setup. It is a clever design with two separate air pockets inside each suspension unit, hence the name dual chamber. To have a soft, comfortable ride, the valve opens to create a large air volume, soaking up bumps. The valve closes off a chamber with now a smaller air volume. The ride becomes stiffer for better control and stability during heavy braking or high-speed cornering.
And because it's not a towering condo, it does take corners pretty well. And the suspension is intelligent enough to level the car as it goes around the corner. It does offer a pleasant feeling, especially for the passengers. A almost 2.9 ton box going around this corner at speed, I'm doing 80 kilometers per hour. Pretty flat. It is funny how the ultra-rich get Rolls-Royce for the quietest ride, one that wafts and glides in total tranquility. But with EV nowadays, the silence is given, and with such well-insulated cabin, capable suspension, punchy powertrain that carry itself so well. Okay, wait. If the Zeekr 9X is the Cullinan of Hangzhou Bay, then this should be the MPV that Rolls-Royce didn't make, right? And for less than 360,000 ringgit, it's a bargain. So, is this car for you? Well, if you have been dreaming about travelling in total luxury, tranquility and safety in something that doesn't cost you $500,000 ringgit, then yes. But if you're still or just not ready for an EV because charging at home is just impossible, then probably not. So now, if you're looking to get one of these, buy it through us because you'll be receiving an AutoBuzz exclusive Trapo gift set worth 2,000 ringgit, which includes Trapo's latest dashcam with front and rear camera, Trapo's Hex 2 car mats, phone holder, car care kit and many more. Just submit a request through the link below or visit AutoBuzz.my/grab-a-deal. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. So what do you think of the Zeekr 009? Let us know, comment below. If you want to find out more about the car, do visit AutoBuzz.my. And remember to subscribe to our channel if you have not, and also click on the bell icon to receive updates whenever we upload a new video. That's all for now, thank you for watching. Agent 009 signing out.